I've come up with a new collective noun. It's a slurp. A slurp is a group of teachers boarding a ferry in the third week of July. I love our kind. I love the reasonably priced cars in the belly of the ferry. I love that the enthusiasm one shows when admiring a vintage 1970s Cheltenham is equal to that of a brand new 6-berth Swift Challenger Grand. 300 cars, full of excitable teachers and their slightly subdued children. Finley's gone to Disneyland. Freya's going to Mallorca on a plane. I asked them, have they got their bikes on holiday with them? I don't think so. This year, I met a couple in the jazz lounge on the crossing. He was head of maths in a secondary modern just outside Birmingham. She wasn't a teacher. I had to call Jack over. I said, Jack, you won't believe what Judith here does. He immediately guessed English. He always goes for English if it's a woman, and science if it's a man. He used to go REPE, but there'd be a tone in his voice that he just couldn't mask, and so he changed it after our Plymouth Cherbourg crossing incident in 2005. She works in a bank, I said. In a bank, he repeated, far too loudly, and a hush fell over the lounge. Anyway, turns out we're not the incestuous bunch I thought we were. A bank. We're staying with Maggie and Paul this time for a week. They used to teach history and geography at Jack's school, but retired at 35 to Alsace, quitting the rat race. They've got a beautiful little gîte, but it is a work in progress. The toilet's in the kitchen, separated by a small wall that when sat down only comes up to the shoulders. I do not want to see a floating head having a poo, and I'll die before it's my head. I shall be using the van. Other people are put off by the effort one makes to go to the toilet. But I asked them, have you got your own brand of toilet paper on holiday? Not bloody likely. I can see the coastline, and it feels like we've only just got on. I like being a teacher. I like being away in the van. But looking forward to it is my favourite part. 364 days until my next slurp.